Well, a warm welcome back here as I am covering this final game of the weekend. It is Sunday, September 29th, here in Athens, covering this matchup between division rivals, in Atlanta, between the Conductors and the Silverbacks. Lovely weather out here today as we gear up for these final few matches of Week 1 in the National Soccer League. Highlighting the player here, Remy Listois from the Atlanta Conductors. There he is, a Frenchman. He was a rookie on the team last year, brought in to reinforce that center midfield role. He burst onto the scene, contributing both forward and getting back. You see the players now shaking hands. A lot of new faces on this Silverbacks team here, as you can see. Kind of a total rehaul of the team that we've become used to seeing. Also a relocation of the team in the offseason from Atlanta to St. Petersburg, Florida, the first team to ever be located in Florida in the National Soccer League. Now let's take a look at the starting lineups for both teams. Here is the Conductors starting 11. A lot of familiar faces here. The big name to note is Miguel Varela, who comes in immediately, the second pick, of course, of the 2024 National Soccer League draft. He slots in right away as a starter. As mentioned before, on the other side, the Silverbacks, not a lot of familiar faces. That back line with Hummel, Gleason, Chunk, the same. Beyond that, they've brought in a ton of reinforcements, such as Alves, William, João Oliveira, Gregorios Katsundes, Marcellus Di Piazza, and Mohamed Guinail. So a very new look front line for this team as we are just about ready to get underway here in Atlanta. Pleasantdale Field. And it is Di Piazza who gets us underway, and the Silverbacks have possession through Mohamed Guinail, one of 4 free agent signings they have acquired at the start of this new season. We'll have to see how these new players all gel together, but certainly encouraging signs from the Silverbacks. They mean business. They're not wanting to be known as the laughingstock of the division anymore, as here is an early chance for Oliveira. Certainly had Nate Bell worried in the goal. He could have just found that on target. Might have gotten that one in. It's promising signs from the Silverbacks to start. The Conductors have yet to touch the ball here, as they will get a chance here from their own goal kick. Well, certainly a bit of a selection headache for this Conductors team in the goal. Obviously, Nate Bell, the longtime preferred veteran option. Last year they drafted Edvard Torozian as a goalkeeper. I think is a player with a lot of upside, just a question of if and when does he take over that starting role from Nate Bell. Obviously, always a tricky situation with the goalkeepers deciding when to make those kind of decisions. Here's Fabian Guerra, Mohamed Guinail, 2 former Charioteers players now linking up together on the Silverbacks is Stephen Hummel with the game's first shot, and it's a good save from Nate Bell, doing his part to keep that starting spot in the lineup for now. See, look what it means to him. He is fired up early on here. All Silverbacks so far. 6 minutes in, they've got the first corner of the game. Played short. Stephen Hummel trying to get away from Finnegan. Referee says he won it cleanly. Twice won by Finnegan, and now he's off to the races. Not a ton of support ahead of him. Chooses to play it back. Of course, giving away there, and it's Stephen Hummel into Alves Oliveira. Guinail. Those two linking up nicely so far. Adam Guzman steps in. Again, Conductors turning it over quickly. Here's Hummel. Guinail going for it himself. He had Katsundes in on the right, chose the shot from distance, and it goes wide. High and wide, that is. Well, I have a quick pause here. Of course, worth mentioning, this is one of the 2 times of the season where we see all 3 Hummel brothers lining up. Of course, Matthew on the Conductor side, and James and Steven, all brothers on the Silverback side. So certainly a fun day for the Hummel family, as there is Matthew Hummel. Pick out Ricker, gave it away. Mohamed Guinail, he's been active early. It's easy to spot with that distinctive blue mohawk. Plays the ball out wide for Alves Oliveira. Piazza. These 4 free agent signups so far linking up pretty nicely. It's a nice chop. Adam Guzman cuts it out again, but right back to the Silverbacks. Here's Fabian Guerra. It's Alves Oliveira! And it has been coming! It's 1-0 inside the opening 15 minutes, and it's the new free agent signing, William Alves Oliveira, who gets himself on the score sheet. Well, what a start here from the Silverbacks. An unrelenting attack. The Conductors just not able to get out of their own half. And what a smart, instinctive finish there from the new signing, showing what he can bring to the table. Exciting time for the visiting Silverbacks fans, for sure.
Goal for Salford City, number 25, Kane Hemmings.
It's going to be a question of how do the Conductors respond to that. And again, they immediately turn the ball over. The Conductors, of course, finishing in 23rd out of 24 places last year. A lot of work to be done. They bring in a defender in the draft to try and address those concerns in the back line, but obviously one man not able to make the difference. It'll be a long-term uphill battle for these players to try and become one of the stronger teams in this league. There's no loaded with talent these days, as we can see. Here's Isaiah Reed down this right-hand wing. First chance for the Conductors to really get forward with Aaron Stoddard. Played back with a nice 1-2 from Cole Bowers, and Stoddard blazes it over. First real chance, and in the end, Stoddard just a little off balance. It's good defending from Ian Shunk. Just if he heard the footsteps, made him a little nervous. Still signs of life there from the Conductors. I mentioned the goalkeeper saga on the other side. Of course, the Silverbacks opting to go with their first-round draft pick from last year, Zakaria Oramare, selling Jacob Amin to the Thunderbirds in a strange move by both parties. Obviously, the Thunderbirds then landing Ion Groenland-Anu in free agency. So, was that not? Here's Katsundes in the right corner, looking to make himself known to these new supporters as it's laid back for Cisco Mateu, and it's blocked by his own striker. The goal scorer, Alves Oliveira, and I think that one was certainly on target. As we get another look here at this goal, a fine finish it was. No chance for Nate Bell to react to that one. This time Bell goes long on the goal kick, looking for Isaiah Reed. Maybe a flick-on opportunity here. It's well controlled by Fabian Guerra. Again, here is Guinale. It's a good hold-up play so far from him. Di Piazza looking to get Katsundes plugged in on the right-hand side. Maybe time for the cross. Di Piazza, Cisco Mateu, being moved around nicely. It's Guerra! What a save from Nate Bell. He is not happy, barking at those defenders. It's a great save, though. Lovely link-up play from this front six of the Silverbacks. Man, they are really looking nice. And Bell doing his part to keep it to just one. So Oliveira takes the corner. Headed away by Shunk, and then further away by Listois. Hardly a touch of the ball for him, despite keying in on him as one of the key players at the beginning of this match. Chance now for Dan Nelson, and there is Listois to Stoddard. A couple of options for runners ahead of him. It's Rickard. Isaiah Reed just held onto the ball a little too long. Need to let that play develop a little bit more. Here's Fabian Guerra. Katsundes got in behind. Dan Nelson asleep at the back. Katsundes just ran out of room. Dan Nelson doing well to recover. And a little bit of a hush falling over this home supporter section. As we get another look at this fine save from young Nate Bell. Definitely not the start he would have wanted, but he's done well to keep it at one. Silverbacks not shy. Plenty of chances going forward to start this one. Conductors have got to find some answers going forward themselves if they want to get out of being pinned back. Of course, right as I said that, they turn the ball over again here. Stephen Hummel to Mohamed Guinale. Back from Di Piazza. Cut out that time by Adam Guzman. Aaron Stoddard. Remy Listois. Isaiah Reed. For Stoddard again. And Stoddard, it's Isaiah Reed! He's in! Oh, it's a penalty! What a strange decision from the referee! The ball had bounced back. James Hummel, the guilty party with the handball. But look at this. Why did the referee... First of all, I don't know what the handball call is. Again, we've seen some dodgy decisions from the referees this far. Looks like it will be Matthew Hummel to put the ball down. First test for the St. Petersburg Silverbacks. New goalkeeper, Ramare. Hummel, easily saved. What a tame effort that was. I don't think I've seen a worse penalty all weekend, and that's saying something. Great read from the goalkeeper, but there's just no sting or conviction in that penalty attempt at all. What is that? From my namesake. No direct relation, of course. And here's Stephen Hummel. And Marcellus Di Piazza. Thread one into Guinale. Chance to punish this Conductors attempt. Going forward. Here's Aaron Stoddard with a nice touch into space. Couple of runners for him. Just the ball's a little behind Finnegan. Credit to Katsundes, though, getting back and doing his part defensively. He's been making some bursting runs up and down this right-hand flank. Again, another one of those free agent signings in this new-look Silverbacks offense. Here's Dan Nelson, sat one down. Feeding it in for L'Histoire, and he put it wide. Well, the Conductors making some chances, but just not taking them. Another golden opportunity. I mean, that's just a poor effort from L'Histoire. He's almost in the 6-yard box, and he puts it a couple of feet wide. Just not testing Ramare in the goal. Got to be more clinical when they get into this attacking third. Silverbacks just taking their foot off the gas a little bit. Here is Mohamed Guinale trying to keep that pressure on. As Katsundes cuts back inside. Stephen Hummel looking for options as he carries it forward. Having to go himself so far. Laying it off this time for Guerra. Guinale! Oh, what a save from Nate Bell! And blocked by Guzman to keep it 1-0 as we approach halftime. Wow, what a stop that was from Nate Bell. As we see there, the block from Guzman on the follow-up, but the initial save, wow. Great reactions there as they look to keep the deficit to 1. Silverbacks have other ideas. Here is Stephen Hummel breaking into the area. Lays it up for Di Piazza and blocked by Cole Bowers that time. Quiet game from him as well in the attacking front. And Manny Ricker wins the ball forward. Conductors maybe one chance to break, and the referee decides no, it is halftime. 1-0 here in Atlanta. The Conductors losing this game right now to the St. Petersburg Silverbacks, and there is the goal scorer, Alves Oliveira William Joe. Goal came in the 15th minute. We will be right back in just a few seconds here with second half action. Stay tuned. Welcome back, everybody, as we are ready now to get this second half underway. Conductors trailing at home, needing to find some more answers going forward. They had their chances and just did not take them, including a saved penalty from Matthew Hummel, and then followed up by a close-range miss from Remy L'Histoire just moments later, as here is Sean Gleason with a nice challenge. Guinale really looking nice in that center forward role, just holding the ball up and distributing, as he does it again there to Di Piazza. Some questions about how all these new attackers would line up, and it seems to be working so far for the St. Petersburg Silverbacks. Guinale and Fabi, and this time Manny Ricker. It seems like he's a player who can really fill in anywhere on the field. He's playing in a right-back role this season, I believe. Finnegan looking for the cutback, but Katsundes again tracking back well. Now the Silverbacks, just a little bit of time to dwell on this ball. Methodically approach going forward. Here's Fabi. And Di Piazza. Mohamed Guinale. Nice find for Alves Oliveira, and what a save again! Nate Bell silencing all the critics, plenty of doubters, of course, before this game, wondering why he is starting over Edvard Torosian. The manager showing his faith in the long-term Conductors goalkeeper, and he is justifying the selection so far today with 3 or 4 massive stops. And that is the end of the game for Marcellus Di Piazza on the Silverbacks side. Khalil Johnson, who Silverbacks brought in Di Piazza to replace, now on the field. So interesting substitution here, 50 minutes played. As Bell claims this corner, making his presence felt back there in the goal. It's Gwinnell waiting behind it, maybe hoping for a mistake. Can pounce on. Speaking of mistake, it's given away quickly. And Manny Ricker not able to keep it in bounds. This is thrown in a good area for the Silverbacks. And looks like maybe that's going to be a handball. Not sure if the referee made a call before that crossed the line or what. I have to wait and see. And it looks like it is going to be a free kick. Manny Ricker standing over this one. Advantage play signal here from the referee as there is Khalil Johnson. Nice link and play with Mohamed Gwinnell. Here is Oliveira, well defended by Aaron Stoddard that time, tracking back. Here's Hummel, Matthew Hummel that is, for the Conductors. Varea looking to spray one long. Finnegan just wasn't making the run he wanted. Just kind of been the story of the afternoon so far for the Conductors. Just no synergy, no chemistry going on the field. Tale of two teams in that regard, as the Silverbacks passing has been really clean and crisp, start to finish. Could have been 3 or 4 if not for some great saves by Nate Bell, the thorn in their side right now in the goal. Here is Cisco Mateu. Varea, his Spanish colleague, winning the ball off him, showing why the Conductors wanted to draft a player like him with the number 2 pick, with plenty of attacking talent on the board. Deciding defense was something they wanted to shore up. Here's Cole Bowers. Here's Isaiah Reed. It's Aaron Stoddard. It's Matthew Hummel. It's 1-1. He's done it. He's atoned for the penalty miss. And that is a strong finish from the captain of the Conductors. No lack of power that time. Tenacious effort. No chance for Zachariah Ramare. Sparing his own blushes with the earlier penalty miss. What a way to win the home fans back as you see him get up in the air here. Yeah, yeah! Well, just the response they needed. It is Matthew Hummel, the captain, 64 minutes played. It is 1-1 here in Atlanta. Silverbacks looking to get that first half mojo back. It's been a little bit of a slower start for them. Here's the substitute Khalil Johnson. Can he make a difference coming off the bench? Katsundes. Going to take on Nelson one-on-one. Nelson sticking to his task admirably. Here is Fabian Guerra. Johnson tried the back heel, but Miguel Varea was alert to the danger. He's made some good plays in there, the number 2 pick. Here is Hummel. Here's Isaiah Reed. Stoddard. Chance to break through the lines here. He's got Finnegan in support if he wants him. Goes for Reed instead, and James Hummel nicely defended in the back. Silverbacks once again on the ball with Stephen Hummel this time. It was inevitable with 3 of them, but they have been active today, those Hummel brothers. Here is Khalil Johnson looking for Gregorios Katsundes. Looking for some support down this right. He's been a bit isolated there as Johnson makes the run in behind this time. Trick pass back to Katsundes, but Dan Nelson sticking to his task again. Finnegan can release the ball here. Here's Listois. Isaiah Reed releasing Aaron Stoddard. He's got Finnegan screaming in at the back post. If he can find him, goes himself. Oh, it's Aaron Stoddard! The hometown hero doing his part. Get that corner flag out of here. Well, talk about resilience and bravery going forward. Aaron Stoddard looks up, he sees his options, he doesn't need it, goes himself. And now Ramare, after not being tested in the first half, has been beaten twice in this second half. Not much he can do about that one. Silverbacks 6s and 7s in defense. Stoddard is able to pick that apart. And what a resounding effort that is from the home team in front of their fans who have gotten behind them. It is now 2-1 to host first lead of the game with just 15 minutes to play. do the Silverbacks have an answer in them? Or have the hosts done enough to hold them off? We'll see here, 15 minutes to go. Khalil Johnson waiting for some support. Conductors now pinned back. Wouldn't quite call it a parked bus yet, but certainly trending that way. Looking to hold on to what they have. They fought really hard to get back into this game. Here's Fabian Guerra. Dancing through the lines, Stephen Hummel. Well defended by Manny Ricker. Chance, Conductors not shy to break forward again here. As Hummel dishes it off to Ricker. He's got some speed. He can fly down this right-hand side. Listen to the home fans roaring behind him. Chance for the cross now, maybe. Cuts it back. Taking his time. Making the right pass. Here's Cole Bowers. Listois. Isaiah Reed! Oh! It's an astounding finish! Icing on the cake. Look at that strut as he walks over to the home fans. He leaves his mark on this game. 3-1. Signed, sealed, and delivered. Game over. What a beautiful passing link-up play from the Conductors. Down and out at halftime, down 1-0. Nate Bell keeps them in this game, and now how about this second half effort? It is 3-1 to the hosts here in Atlanta, and it looks like this game has been put to bed. Isaiah Reed, the man of the moment. It's a change for the Silverbacks. It is the rookie first-round pick number 3, Marcus Dahlberg. We waited 81 minutes to see him. He obviously speaking in the media and the press ahead of this one, saying he expects to be a starting player for this team sooner rather than later. So, interesting choice to wait till now. Last roll of the dice here. Here is Dahlberg. Of course, the Swedish center forward was once favored as probably the favorite to be the #1 overall pick. Draft stock fell a little bit in recent weeks. Ends up going number 3 overall to the Silverbacks, a team who signed a ton of attacking talent. I'm wondering now if they should have looked at Miguel Varela. Defensive options and talent so few and far between relative to the attacking ones. Speaking of attack, here's Isaiah Reed, the goal scorer, pinging Dan Nelson down this side, flashes in across and no one there. What a good ball from Nelson. As Dahlberg gets it clear, anywhere will do. Now a substitute for the Conductors trying to wind this clock. It's Graham Shunk. And listen to the roar from the home fans. That is twofold. As Shunk comes on, set to become a father later this month. Huge congratulations to him. And Isaiah Reed, of course, the player exiting, who scored a wonderful goal to make it 3-1. Got the home fans feeling good here in this second half. Silverbacks maybe looking to spoil that party here with Fabi. Tries the early ball and just not there. Desperation heave forward. Here is Stoddard, who scored that second goal. Been a catalyst today in that midfield role. Here's Listois. Finnegan. Chance for him to get forward. Goes for it himself! Oh, it's a worldie! What a finish! Murdoch Finnegan, have some of that! And the dance to go with it. Wow. What a goal and what a statement win second half this has been. How about this from 20 yards? Absolute belter. No chance for Romare. Through the legs of Ian Shunk and just whistled into that roof of the net. 4-1 here. Well, we thought Isaiah Reed's goal was the cherry on top. How about a cherry on top of the cherry on top? Silverbacks thoroughly beaten here in the second half. Have just had no answers. Conductors springing into life in this second half. Once again, for the team that finished second to last overall, this is a great Week 1 result at home against a division rival. As we wind down to the final minute of the 94. Aaron Stoddard put in a real shift in that midfield today. Some questions about him and the future of this team, but showing he still deserves to be a starter in this league. And that will do it from us here. That is the full-time whistle. The Atlanta Conductors with 4 goals to the Silverbacks from St. Petersburg's 1. It was an early lead for the visitors. They looked to be in charge the whole first half, peppering Nate Bell's goal. And then this second half, it really has been the cliche of a tale of two halves. 4 goals from this Conductors team in this second half alone, and the fans are loving it, as you can see here. We'll give a moment to catch our breath here, but don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. We've got 3 more games heading your way this Sunday evening. Up next on the lineup is going to be the Kodiaks versus the Orcas in another division bout. Stay tuned, we'll be right back.